claw. I actually found the shifter I'm going to use, which is this one right here. And it's got the... Here, let me... There we go. And it's got this steering wheel. The one that fits on, you can take off, which is right there. And let me throw it on there. Let's see. I don't know if that's it or not, but there it is right there. I could be there. Let's find out and see. And that would have been unfortunate if I would have smacked myself in the face with this thing. Of course, then again, it might go viral. You never know. But I'm not going to cause that for something to go viral. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, and 5, so it goes this way. There we go. Alright. It's all the way on there now. So there we go. Got the key. Ring, 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 ring. Maybe one of these days. And there's the steering column. And that. Now, let's set this aside now that we know where this is. Let me take my steering wheel off. Set this over here. That's good right there. Alright, now, I said about my knife forge. I had that one black one that you actually saw, was the one out there, which was the long one. I have this one, which you can see it's never been used. I was gonna actually get into the knife forging and stuff like that. I mean, I've tried it in the past. I mean, the basic shape and stuff like that and stuff like that. Then I tried the twist of the handle on the stuff, but that didn't work. That didn't work so well. I used rebar. But the twisting didn't go so well because I didn't have the implements I needed for the twisting of the handle. So it didn't work out too well. I wish I knew where it was. I know it's in this house somewhere. I just don't know exactly where it is. It's in a box somewhere. But like I said, I have this one right here. Both sides. Now this I can use for like knives and stuff like that, or making, what do you call them? Like hinges and stuff like that, for that. That's the one. I got the one out there, which is the black one you saw. Then I got this one. Now those are the ones gonna use with coal. But the fastest one is going to be this one. Now this is a knife forge. It's a propane knife forge. But as you can see, it's never been used. It hasn't been burnt in or anything like that. So here's the block. This is what you set your knives on. This will heat up too. So this is something you don't want to come along and have it going and grab this with your hand. You want to melt something, it'll melt your hand. If I can get it out. And this is basically for the hookup. This is for the hookup of the propane. Then you got this. So what it does is this end piece right here, it goes in on this. As you can see, that gets on there. And let me bring it down a little bit so you can actually see. And this piece right here, this gets, you loosen this up. You put it down in there like that. You tighten it up. You hook this into your propane. Let me bring it back up. And you go in, you light it up. Let this get in there and get all hot and all that kind of stuff and kind of burn down a little bit. Get it all nice and hot in there, and then you put your heating block in. Set your knife in. You can have it opened or you can close it. Now, I can do a knife probably about like that long and just close it all in and I'm good to go. Anything I do longer, I'll have to have both ends open. So both ends will be open like that. But now, would I do like, let's say, a sword in this? No, because it's not long enough. I'd have to make my own, like out of what could I use? Well, I mean, you have like the propane tanks and stuff like that, the longer ones like that, but those are so big, it's going to be a big sword you make on something like that. But you can actually use the, okay, let's say you have, let's say an old, what is it, acetylene tank, yeah, acetylene tank, old one of them, empty, all that. But even if it's empty, you don't want to start cutting into it without taking the top off, filling it completely full of water, cut both ends of it off, then set it up so you can make it close, the end so it'll close and stuff like that on both sides if you want. Put the holes in the top, whatever, like 1, 2, 3, or actually 4 of them. Put your stuff in there and you can do a whole sword like that. I don't have any of the tanks like that, so it's not like I'm gonna cut one of them up or do all that stuff with it, but I'm just going to be making knives and stuff like that with this. So this is one thing I'm going to implement and use, because I've got the coal too for the coal forge, but that's going to take so long to heat up and get that coal ready for forging and stuff like that, that's not something I want to mess with right now, because one, I don't have the shop set up to actually do that. I mean, I got carport and stuff like that, but have a shop and have a bigger area of like maybe make one or whatever, or buy one of the old timey ones. That way I can have it and I can put my coal up there, store my coal and stuff like that. Now, if I do it outside and I go in, let's say I want to store coal and stuff like that, I can actually store coal in like barrels and stuff like that, but I also, it can't be right out in the open. It's got to be where it'll be like a roof over it and stuff like that, so rain don't hit it and start getting into it, moisture gets into it, and you just got a moisture full of coal with a bunch of moisture in it that's not going to burn at all. But I mean, you can dry coal out and stuff like that, I'm sure you can, but I'm gonna wait on that. But I can use this propane forge or whatever to probably make something, or depending on what kind of steel I can come up with, or if I make, let's say, a draw knife, you know, the draw knives like that for bark, I can do that, or you can do bark, wood, whatever. The draw knife, I can do one of them. What else? I can do the regular, like the knives, the small knives, the hunting knives, and that kind of stuff. I've found, well, hold on. Let me pause and let me go get them and I'll show you. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Now, on these, I didn't make either one of these cleavers. Both of them I found in the trash. Somebody just threw them away. Because the handles like this were broke. This handle I made out of pine. I mean, it's not the best handle in the world, but it works for what I use it for on like chopping onions and stuff like that, meat, stuff like that. And this one is the leather cord plus the piece of leather for the handle area, and it works too. This one I found in the trash too, and it's one of the big cleavers, and it needs sharpened, but it actually is sharp. But it needs sharpened, so I did the handle on this one. I mean, it's not something I'm bragging about, because there's no bragging about a handle just like this. This is just to actually use, just to use. That's nothing. It's not for show or anything like that, or nothing like that. This one's not either. It's just so I can actually use it for like chopping meat or bone or something like that on like chickens or something like that. Not that I have like live chickens and stuff like that. My aunt used to have a chicken farm. She had the eggs and stuff like that, and I did it back then when I was younger. With her, like plucking, feathering, doing that, dipping it in the hot water, and you know, back in if you grew up on a farm with chickens, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just get them in there, and then just pop, and there you go. And a lot of people know what I'm talking about. There may be some in there that don't know what I'm talking about, but that's just basically taking the head off, boom, and get them, dip them in hot water, boiling water, take them out, take all the feathers out, and get them ready for supper. Basically, that's what that is. But these I didn't make, like I said. I mean, I found these. Could I make something like this? Yeah, probably. I probably could. I mean, anybody could. It doesn't matter if they've never done it before or anything like that. So it don't take a genius to do stuff like this. I mean, you don't have to be, or you don't have to have a high IQ to do certain stuff like this. I mean, anybody can actually do it. All they got to do is know how to put like a propane forge together. Put fire to it, light it up, let it get hot, put it in there, let the metal you're using turn hot at a red hot or whatever. Get your tongs out or whatever and start hitting it with a hammer until you get it in the shape you want to get it into. Which is one thing I'll be getting into is the propane forge and stuff like that, but I got to get the setup for it and all that. I got to clean, I think you've probably seen it before on my forge table I have outside. I got to clean that area up like that, get it up there, put it on there, and get it going, and do that, and get my... I got an anvil. Well, I bought it off, I think Amazon or something like that, so it may be the cheaper. Hopefully it won't. It's got the right sound to it, I hope, so it don't crack or anything like that, but it may, who knows. But I've been going along, going into, like, the older towns and stuff like that. But I've been trying to find... like someplace out in the country that has like an old anvil or something like that, and people are just trying to get rid of them or whatever, and just say if you can get it in the back of your vehicle or truck or whatever, you can have it. I would try my darndest to get it in the back of a vehicle, even if I threw my back out or something like that, but I'd try my hardest to get it in there just to have it. They can weigh anywhere from 200 to over 1,000 pounds. But one of them would be perfect for any forging shop. But who knows? I mean, you can go around like the older towns. Let me see. My area would be... dang it, I don't forgot the towns. Webster and stuff like that in that area, those older towns like that. A lot of people may have them in their yards and stuff like that for decorations, and let's say they pass, the grandparents pass, the kids come up, get them, and whatever. They want the area cleaned up and stuff like that. And instead of selling everything, well, that's okay. They have their what do you call it? That's complete ADHD, completely gone. They have the estate sales and stuff like that. Anything left over, anybody comes up or whatever, and they want them, or we remove that from the property. They say if you move it, you can have it free, no charge. Just get it out of the yard so we can do what we want to do and sell it and stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff you want to go looking for and stuff like that. I mean, you can go to the estate sale and stuff and buy stuff. That's going to cost you a lot of money. But if you kind of wait until everything's over and see the stuff that's left, they just have somebody come in and haul it all off. If they want it hauled off, get you a truck, get you a trailer, pull up and say, what do you want hauled off? You're cleaning up, the estate sale's done, you want stuff cleaned up, what do you want gone? And then just move it, just get it all gone. Some stuff is good, some stuff is not. Just do it that way. But I'll be getting into the forge, the propane forge. Once I get everything set up outside and do some cleanup outside, I'll get that set up. It's been too hot as of right now to do that. Hold on one second. It's still been real hot outside for me to do that. I wound up, let's say, with COPD, and that was from back in the day, smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and that's why my teeth are like this and all that, plus candy and stuff like that, but go figure. But that's why, basically, I can't work in the hot sun because I get overheated and stuff like that, and it's heat stroke, and I don't want that. So that's why I want to wait till fall and winter. That way it gets cool enough for me to go outside, get a forge going and all that kind of good stuff, and get the knife stuff going and stuff like that on what I'm going to use for that. Because I got some steel in a filing cabinet I have in the living room that I'm going to actually use. I've got a piece that's probably about that long and about like that. I'm gonna go in and use it and get it all cleaned up and stuff like that when I do it, get it all heated up, and start. I don't know if I'm gonna make. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I don't know if I'm gonna make a hunting knife or I'm gonna make I said it earlier, and it out of my head. A draw knife, or make a draw knife out of it, or make a hunting knife, or who knows what I'm gonna make out of it. You never know. And I think I have another piece of steel somewhere. I don't know exactly where. But if I can find them, then maybe I can go in and make something. I gotta get some borax, and then go in and see if I can put like the molds together. Put maybe the hardened steel in the middle. And get something on the both outer ends of it. See if I can maybe what do you call it? Meld them together, as in welding and melting it all together to make it like a sword or a small sword or something like that. I don't know. But the one I'm going to use first is this one. I'm going to use this one first. Get everything hooked up in there and get it going and get it burnt in and all that kind of good stuff and get it going like that. I've got the what do you call it? The crucible in this house somewhere. I just don't know where it is right now, but it's a crucible. You can take like aluminum and stuff like that and get it in there and melt it and stuff. But I can actually probably put it maybe on top of this. Get this going somehow so it's hot enough, or maybe figure out something else I can do with it to get it so it's constant. Or I can actually, I can do this. I don't know actually how well it would work, but I could probably take this and set it up like this, and put maybe that right on top of it. Get it going so it comes this way instead of going out the bottom, so it comes this way. And get it right here to melt stuff like that. Or then again, I have the, you know, the flamethrower thing you can have on propane. I got one of them too. I can take that, set that up somehow, using maybe like a homemade rebar tripod or something, to put it right in the middle, hold it so it's still on, and take the crucible and put it over the top of it and melt stuff that way too. And I could do aluminum or lead or you know, I make sinkers and stuff like that out of them, but I don't fish, so I'm not going to be making sinkers, so I won't use lead at all. Melt aluminum cans and stuff like that. Make I can make hatchets and axe heads and stuff like that. I've got some rebar that I use. It's long. It's about maybe like this tall or whatever, maybe like that or whatever. I can use that to go in and make, I can make tongs out of it for foraging and stuff like that I want to do. I'd have to maybe create my own design or look up a design like on a, what is it, PDF or whatever, and look up a design like that and kind of look it over and see what the increments of it are, the measurements and all that kind of stuff, and then make it like that. Or watch one of the blacksmiths and stuff like that, watch them do it, then watch how they make it, then just follow along on video and watch do what they're doing on video and make it myself. I've got the basic tool implements for the anvil and stuff like that. I've got them in a bucket. I've got my anvil, which is behind us a lot of stuff right now. I got that. What else? I would take show you it now, but I'll wait till my phone's completely charged. I'm charging it right now. But that's just about some of the main stuff I got coming up. But I don't know if I'm gonna make knives like this. I may at some point, but it's not right off the bat. But I'm gonna make it so. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do with this forge is I'm going to make the tongs for foraging and stuff like that. So I get it in there melted, get all the areas I need on all that, and get that all hammered out and stuff like that to make that. That's the first thing I'm going to do with it once I get everything set up outside and stuff like that. So the Jeep is going to become later up in fall when it starts getting cooler and there's not 80, 90 degrees outside and stuff like that. Once it starts getting cooler, that's when I'm going to do the Jeep. So I got the steering column behind me, you saw. I'm going to get that done, get that in, get that taken care of. That way it's in and I don't have to worry about it. I can wrap it or something like that because of the weather and stuff like that. I can wrap it. Get that taken care of. That way I can actually get the Jeep started. Start it up and use my... go down and with my hand and actually or do the shifter, get it in drive it over out from under the tree where it's at, and get it pressure washed and stuff like that I can take care of later. And I've been wanting to do some cleaning and stuff like that, but as of right now I don't have anywhere to put anything. So I got to get to a point where I clean my back porch off because of all that stuff on that back porch area. If you walk outside the back, it's on the left-hand side. I got to clean all that up, get that, do what I'm going to do with it. Either I'm going to throw away or relocate or whatever on that stuff. That way I can get all the equipment I have back on that back porch. That way I don't have to worry about it. And I have the living room area clean and stuff like that. So I get that taken care of. But I get into a lot of stuff. I mean, I get into like laptops. I get into electronic stuff. Which here's another one right here. One of these I think was in an Xbox, which I think was this one right here. It was in my Xbox. And one of these, all I need for them is the. I need to download the Xbox download. Which I have on flash drive in this house somewhere. I don't know where it is. then I can get the two Xbox Ones I have working again. But I don't know where the flash drive is. I haven't been able to find it. I mean, it's I mean, like this or whatever, but this ain't it. But it's in a manila envelope somewhere, a small one. I just don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere, I'm guessing. But get that. Get the cleaning and stuff like that, and get into this and that and the other. I mean, I get into a lot of stuff. Electronics, gun stuff, the forging stuff, making items, or making my own stuff I need for like small engines and stuff like that. I can do that too. What else? The gaming stuff, which is like right over there. That stuff right there. That is the Xbox 360 is the top. The two on the bottom, that's the Xbox One X's that I need to get hard drives for. Then you have at the bottom you have a AM/FM receiver. Then you have a CD player, which is the brown and black is the CD player. There's it's a 3-drawer CD player that I'm gonna hook up. I've got speakers and stuff like that laying around all over the place. But right now I don't exactly know where. But they're in one of my boxes. They're like the black, like the stereo speakers and stuff like that. You can put up in the corners, like put up in like that corner up there, or that corner right there, and stuff like that. But I mean, it won't be like that. It'll be set down like middle ways or whatever like that once I hook that up. But right now, it's just more of the main thing of getting it so it's a little bit cooler, so I can work outside and stuff like that. And I don't have to worry about getting so hot that I wind up collapsing outside and nobody sees it. So I'm gonna wait for the cool weather and stuff like that before I do that, because it's still hot. So let's see. I got my steering column. I got my other stuff. My battery's probably still charging, so I'm gonna let it go for a few more days or whatever until it turns green. Then it'll be fully charged. Then once that happens, I can go outside, get my button going, make sure it's in park, start it up, and just let it run. And get my fuel pump on, and my electric fuel pump, turn it on, and basically just let it run and get everything hooked up, get it right and stuff like that, and let it run or whatever, and then be able to. Once I get my steering column put in and stuff like that, so I can actually move the vehicle. It don't really have to be tight or anything like that, just enough to move the vehicle. Then I can go in and I can drive and I can move my vehicle. Then I can go pressure wash, clean stuff, and this, that, and the other. Then I'll be getting into it a lot more. But then I'll be able to go in and start it up and move it back in the shade. Work on it in the shade and move it back out or whatever. That way it's not in the direct sun unless I want it there and stuff like that. But I got that trailer to move and stuff like that. But it's just stuff I'm going to get into this fall and winter. And I'll be getting more into the videos like that. But I'll keep doing shorts and stuff like that. But I'll keep these up too and talking and stuff like that. Just let you know what I'm gonna do or what I'm gonna get into and stuff like that. So as you can see, I still got a lot of cleaning to do all over, as you can see. But I have like my stuff in here. I have my nephew's stuff in here. I have Jeep parts. I have this electronic, that electronic. You name it. I mean, it's, as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I need to go through. But I wish I had like an upstairs. If I did, I'd have a loft upstairs and just start taking stuff upstairs and stuff like that. But I don't have a loft. I have an attic, but it don't have a floor. It just has the beams and stuff across and stuff like that. That's all it has. It don't have a floor up there. I wish it did, but it don't. And the roof is like this, so it's not actually tall enough for me to get up there and walk around and stuff like that. But maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll become a millionaire one day and have all that. Who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and get this video uploaded, and I'll talk to y'all later once I get into this, that, and the other and start finding some more stuff. So, you're one of a kind. You're blessed. So bless those in need. Thank y'all. Stay blessed. Thank you.